Well, I think maybe this morning should give you a little bit of an explanation of my modus operandi. A 2-camera shoot, imagine that, 2 cameras, 1 crew. I think that's a first, you know. Alright, these 2 vehicles. Previous vehicle, the 76 series station wagon Land Cruiser. It's based on the pickup. Now, the reason I wanted to make this change was basically motivated by safety and comfort. 76 series Land Cruiser and other vehicles in that class, Land Rover Defender, can't actually think of any other vehicles like it, is too much. They're just so bad at open road travel and compromise so greatly in terms of safety. I mean, they don't even have crumple zones. Land Rover Defender didn't even qualify to be sold in the United States without major modifications because of safety elements. So I thought, I'm not prepared to take that kind of compromise. So what was the next best thing? Well, really difficult choice. And in fact, I had to buy a pre-owned vehicle. I bought this, a Land Cruiser. It's called the 105 series. Very similar in many respects. Actually has the same 1HZ Toyota 4.2 straight diesel engine as the 76 wagon. Solid front axles back and front, calls on both back and front. But the comfort is miles ahead. This is more comfortable than the Series 2 Discovery. This is more comfortable than a 5-year-old Pajero. It's really, but it still has the robustness of the Defender and the Cruiser 76. Solid axles back and front, as I said, coils, but beefy, really built. And this modified with Old Man Emu suspension to give it a lift. The standard one is a bit low. The performance in these rough tracks we've been traveling is fantastic. It's just smooth, and really, if you hit hard, it doesn't bottom easily at all. Really, really fantastic. But the motor, being the same engine as the Toyota, means that it's underpowered. Well, here comes a fairly major modification to this engine over the standard one, and here it is. Now, okay. Cut to me in the workshop. I said cut to me in the workshop. Thank you. I'm at Steve's Auto Clinic in Cape Town. There's a little experiment going on here. This is my own truck. Toyota Land Cruiser, it's got a 4.2 normally aspirated diesel engine. That engine, fitted to all Land Cruisers, has 2 things in common. Firstly, it's incredibly reliable, and secondly, it's a little underpowered. So to increase the power, the natural thing to do with a diesel is to turbocharge it. Diesels are perfectly suited to turbocharging. But in the past, performance enhancement specialists with this motor have had a lot of problems in that they've all said ours is the best product, ours produces the most power. Well, that's an easy thing to say and an easy thing to do. The trouble is, the top of the 1HZ's piston is rather thin, and it means that hot gases can blow a hole through the top of it. So what's different with this turbo? Well, basically, it's what they like to call a low pressure turbo. Apparently, the maximum boost pressure at any one time can be 0.7 bar. That's safe. Steve's Auto Clinic approached me and said, we want you to fit this, and I like this kind of confidence. They've said that if something goes wrong, I can tell anybody, everybody about it. They are so confident because they've fitted these for over a year now, and their comebacks are virtually zero, that they've solved the problem. And they've solved the problem by saying, no, we're not the most powerful, but the performance gains are significant, and I believe they will be. And secondly, the reliability of the motor hasn't changed. I like that. Okay, so that's, you know what's in the engine bay. And that's what we're trusting on our trip through the Kalahari.